dance minister. I am a consultant, and I am a workshop facilitator. My name is Bridgette Stubbs, also known as BESstyle Liturgical. The ministry name BESstyle Liturgical was given to me by God maybe 10 years or so ago. And I did not know what I was going to use this name for. I had no idea what I was going to do with it, but I know what it means. Now, the BES are my initials for my first, middle, and last name. The style, the end of the style, it really just embodies who I know who I am in Christ. And that means that I am my own person. I'm not going to be somebody who I'm not. I just believe in being who you are and being real at all times.
Amen.
I started out in the dance ministry about 20 years ago, back in 1997. And I am proud to say that I danced with a group of Holy Ghost-filled dancers who, we were all on the same accord. We all danced for the glory of God.
Amen.
And back in probably a few years ago, maybe 6 years ago, God just kind of disconnected me with the ministry because he had another plan for me. I just followed the instructions of God, and I left that, and I continued to minister on invitation. Yeah. So what happened then, God began to open up doors for me. Open up doors to facilitate workshops and to teach dance and consult a local church with their ministry, to form their ministry. I've been dancing for 20 years plus, and I knew back then when I began that God was this was going to be a longevity type of thing. This wasn't going to be a fly-by-night, because God knew my heart. He knew that I was looking and searching for something that I could worship and praise and show some type of gratitude and appreciation for who he was to me in my life. So when the doors opened for me to begin with the dance ministry, I jumped immediately and did it. God just began to work through me. He began to show me exactly what his intent is for liturgical dance. And what I want you to understand is that I don't call it lyrical. Some people want to use the word lyrical, but lyrical is about, when you think about words or something a poet does, something pertaining to songs. Liturgical is formal public worship. And so when you understand that we are all created to worship God, and especially when God gives you a gift and he wants you to do a certain thing, you got to worship him in it. And so part of my workshops, one thing I teach, I'm strongly teaching about the worship of God, because you cannot do anything without God. And you must always hold him at the highest regard, because he is so big and he is so vast. I mean, you cannot afford not to do exactly what God has called you to do. Amen. So with understanding BESstyle Liturgical, BESstyle just embodies my style, who I am and who I know I am in Christ. And when it comes to dance, there are so many groups out here, but you cannot look to the left or the right. That's right. You got to know who you are, and you got to bring it forth as God has given you the unction to do, and the expression that he's given to you. And there's one thing, the enemy tried to make me feel at one point in time when I was a part of a group, you're dancing too hard. It doesn't take all that. They're going to think that you're doing it just for, man. But God quickly helped me to understand. I knew that I was doing it for God. But I had to remember that the enemy is a liar, and I have to do exactly what God has commissioned me to do. A little bit of a testimony. When I was early on in the dance ministry, I was going through a separation and a divorce. And, torn up, depressed, down, all of that. But I thank God I didn't lose my joy.
Amen.
What happened was God began to put songs and dances in my spirit, and I had to get them out. I told my director, I got this dance, I got this song, I got to get it out, I got to do it. She said, okay. Then a couple of times she had me to do a solo, and then there were other times when other people were calling on me to do a solo. And I said, God, why do you have these people calling on me to get out before your people and dance and show forth worship and praise to you when I'm so tore up on the inside? God didn't answer me, but I just continued to move and to proceed in what he was calling me to do. And I want to talk about healing for a moment. Every time I danced, God was healing me.
Amen.
God was healing my heart. And I truly believe that if I had not been dancing, it would have taken me a much longer time to come through all of the hurt and the pain and the struggle that I was going through with this issue. So whatever God is commissioning you to do, whatever the gift is, you better give him all of what you have.
Amen.
All of it. All of it.
Oh, yes.
I am a dance minister. I am a workshop facilitator. I am a consultant. I am Bridgette Stubbs.